Hey folks, TechTucker here. In today's video we're going to take a quick tour of the Livingston Comic Con. Again, this is not something that happens very often at all, happened to be in my local area, neck of the woods if you will. So you know what, I was like, I'm going to take a look, I'm going to explore it, see if I can find anything. I had pretty low expectations to begin with, but you know, without further ado, I'll talk about the event shortly. Not only that, I'll also show you pickups. Stay tuned.
Hi folks, welcome to the voiceover. So, as I mentioned, we're going to go over the Livingston Comic Con and you'll see we are greeted immediately by a Batmobile. Pretty cool. So yes, this first stall right here, it was literally as soon as you walk in, it's got action figures. Some of the noteworthy ones, definitely those Street Fighter ones there, I thought those were pretty cool. They were about £50 each or so didn't buy them, but saw this cool Gem Mint Charizard. So here we have the Polka Dot stall at Comic Con. So again, I've seen these guys in the Glasgow Gaming Market, which was really cool. But yeah, checking the Zubat figure, that's not a vintage one, but you can see some like vintage Tomy figures right here. This Rattata here is one that I would have liked to pick up, but I want to get Eradicate alongside it. But yeah, their pricing is very fair here. They had lots of retro/vintage Pokemon toys, as you can see right here. Graded Pokemon cards and MLP stuff. So me and my brother did buy a big selection of these Tomy figures, which you will see later in this video. We priced all these up and we split it between us. Down the middle of the shopping centre to the left hand side, there is a row of stalls here. Again, a bin of action figures right here, which these things are always fun to dig through, and this is probably the best way to get deals when you are at toy fairs or comic cons or wherever it is you go. But yeah, some of these figures were kind of cool. As I say, nothing for me personally in there, but this stall was a bit more aligned with what I kind of like here. As you can see, some Marvel Legends figures right here, and just a mixed bag of other figures as well. I saw that Scarlet Witch there, they were asking £20 for it, and to be fair, that's how much I'd pay for it in the box, so I didn't pick it up on this occasion. But yeah, you've got a good solid selection of different characters here. I wish I noticed that Thanos sooner, because I probably would have asked about that as well. That would have been cool. But yeah, you've got that Sam Raimi Spider-Man there, just a mixed bag of more Marvel figures and such. Again, some wrestlers there, more of like the kiddie Marvel figures as opposed to like the Legends line over that side. But yeah, they did have some big box ones there. I've got that Hulk, for example. Saw the Master Chief there and the Thing. The Thing's a Marvel Legends figure I'd love to own, but I don't really want to pay full price for it. But they did have another stall with Funko Pops over here as well. I was just keeping an eye out to see if they had any of the missing Sonic the Hedgehog ones, because I'm not really a big Funko Pop guy. To be quite honest, I hate them. But yeah, let me know your perspective on Funko Pops below. But yeah, these are some Marvel Legends. Again, those ones were constantly on clearance. I didn't even buy them at like £10 each, so I wasn't even going to ask. But another stall just across from that as well had some modern Pokemon figures. Again, they were kind of priced up in line with how much you'd pay for these brand new, and these are still readily available, so I was in no rush to pick up any of those figures there. But they did have some retro toys here, as you saw Bucky O'Hare right there. Don't find that out in the wild very often at all, so it was a very cool thing to see. And there is loads of Star Wars NECA figures and such, which I don't collect those. Funny I say that, there's the NECA Robocop figure there. I was really wanting to pick this up. Offered 20 quid, they said no. So this is a queue for the meet and greet to see the costume characters. It is astronomically huge. It's good to see like children and that are dressed up having fun, but yeah, not even for a laugh I wasn't doing it. So back to the game room for pickups.
I hope you guys enjoyed the footage there. As I say, I didn't have very many expectations, quite low overall, because I was like, what's it going to be in a shopping centre, my local one? But to be fair, there was quite a few stalls. They had some meet and greets in that for the kids, I suppose. The queues were astronomically large, as you'll have seen, so there wasn't a chance I was going in for a photo, even for a laugh. Like, nah, wasn't happening. But they did have some arcade cabinets in the like photo bit as well, but they were just arcade one-ups. So I'm not going to wait in a line to play some cabs if they're not even like original ones. Like, I can buy those and have them in my own home if I really wanted to. But before we talk about like the pickups, largely I did look at some Marvel Legends figures and that, but most of it was just Funko Pops and your usual you find at those kinds of fairs. But the figures were cool. It's just, again, a lot of them were more than I was willing to pay. Overall, the pricing was, for most of the vendors, it was fine, but again, I'm a bit of a cheap arse, if you will. So yeah, I picked up some vintage Pokemon toys. which that is a toy line very near and dear to my heart. It's one that I grew up with. They are like the Pokemon toys that I had as a very young child, and as I grew older, like they're just ones that I've always wanted to collect, but I don't like buying them one at a time. I like getting bundles and that, but they don't come up, and when they do, they go for stupid money. So first thing that wasn't actually in the Comic Con that I just found at the charity shop locally is this Borderlands 2 limited edition strategy guide. This thing is absolutely beautiful. Like, got Handsome Jack on the back there, got your playable characters in the front like Zero and such. But yes, it's still got the paper cutout things that it comes with as well. It does highlight those. I'm trying to find them just so I can give you a quick look. Yeah, it does come with some paper crafts, which are pretty cool. It also has a claptrap one on the other side. Again, I'm trying to be careful so they don't pop out. But yeah, this strategy guide, absolutely beautiful. I've played Borderlands 2 quite a lot, to be fair. It's one me and my friends always play. But yeah, absolutely, it's a behemoth book, but it's, my goodness, it's very nice. Just make sure that page at the back doesn't fall out. But yeah, at £8, this one does sell on eBay for about £20 or so. And I was already like, oh, £8 is expensive, but I really want it. So I was happy enough to pick up after I realised it is, you know, £8 is a solid price, so I was happy enough with that. Okay, so as I was saying about the vintage Pokemon toys, I did very well with these. Again, the pricing was fair, it was very fair, like, pretty much I paid in line with eBay prices, a little bit discounted as well. But yeah, I'm very happy with these Tomy figures. So, a good few of these were definitely condition upgrades. You're going to see shortly some footage that I filmed here that my childhood ones took a beating. Bit of a funny story with that. I was watching my oldest brother play Mortal Kombat. It was one of the ones on the PlayStation 2 again. I was like 5 years old, so I maybe even a bit younger. I have very little recollection of what one it was specifically, but I was watching it and I saw fatalities at a very young age. Children are impressionable, so I did fatalities on my Pokemon figures, and oof, that's something I'll never forget. Cool figures, but yeah, you'll see likes of Charizard here. This one is like my definitive childhood figure from like Pokemon, that is, and seeing it in this good condition, it's weird. As I say, I've shown some comparisons, but yeah, got some solid figures. The Charmander Evolution line. I got Squirtle and Blastoise because I've got a Wartortle that is not a legitimate one, but it looks good enough for me. I'm not that fussed. Got the Ivysaur to complete my Bulbasaur Evolution line. Got condition upgrades for Pikachu and Raichu, and then some new figures on top of that. I got Jigglypuff, I didn't have one of those. Venomoth looks cool. Got Growlithe, Farfetch'd, Kangaskhan, and Sandshrew, and of course a different sculpted Pikachu. Yeah, and these are all figures that they're just, oh man, they're Tomy figures I've always wanted. So I'm happy to add those to the collection. I can't wait to add those to the glass cabinet just to again have them out on display, because I absolutely love the Tomy figure line. It's, if I were to, you know, be primarily a toy collector, I would definitely focus more on like the Tomy Pokemon figures. I've already got things like the Resource Sonic line, I've got the Jazzwares line for the most part, I've got Jack Specifics. So yeah, I'm not a big toy collector, definitely used to be more into it. But you know, video games take priority these days. They take up a lot less space. They're more, you know, easier to condense. And when I get toys and that, they do tend to just sit in storage, which isn't what I want. I want to have them out on display and that. So I typically only buy them if I'm putting them out on display there and then. But yeah, very happy to add these to the collection. Alright folks, I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Again, a little bit different, but next week we're going to have a great Facebook Marketplace pickup. It is Nintendo 64 themed, so stay tuned for that one next week. And yeah, please like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks and goodbye.